With the release of Ixalan, we got a ton of new tribal decks that are very powerful and doing a ton of damage on the ladder, like pirates. But there's one tribal deck that I think a lot of people forgot about. We're talking about dragons. That's right, guys. Today we are talking dragons, and today's deck list was an absolute breath of fresh air because we've been playing a lot of really fun combinations and janky builds that are a ton of fun, but I really wanted to get some wins today, and this one was a banger. We are talking dragons, and Roaming Throne is nuts in this deck. Let me tell you guys, Roaming Throne allows us to double up on the triggers of whatever tribe we choose, obviously being dragons today, and those triggers include Zurgo, which is going to allow us to draw a bunch of cards off the top of our deck. We're going to, obviously hit him with the dragon, look 3 cards deep, and pick a card. If we're triggering this twice per turn and we're splitting up our attacks into battles, we're going to be getting a ton of card advantage with this. Not to mention Dracosaur, a brand new dragon that's going to allow us to exile 2 cards off the top of our deck. Triggering this ability twice is nuts, and it saved us big time in a game today. We've also got the mana form, which can make duplicates of itself, these little illusion tokens of itself at different sizes based on the sort of instant sorcery spells we run. Decadent Dragon, a beautiful card as well. But we're also running Sarkhan here. Sarkhan being able to discount our dragons but can turn into a dragon as well. A very busted card here, and a ton of removal spells. We've got the Invasion of Tark here, by the way, which if we can get this to flip over with a throne, GG's, good night. It is busted. It is one of the most broken combinations I've ever seen with Roaming Throne, because it's going to be able to just spit out damage like a machine gun. So much fun though, guys. I hope you enjoy this one. We'll jump right into it. We'll stop talking now, but if you guys are new here, we do post videos just like this, typically 5 days a week. So if you enjoy this kind of content, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, I'd greatly appreciate that. With that being said though, guys, enjoy the video. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm super excited about today's deck list because we are playing some dragons, and let me tell you guys, we have been absolutely destroying the platinum ladder. We went from the bottom of platinum to the next tier. I mean, what felt like in only like 20 minutes tops. We were just absolutely cruising. I don't think we dropped a single game. We have lost with this deck early on when we were kind of working on its build and how it was going to end up turning out. But now that we've got it locked in, I mean, we are just crushing it right now. All right, we got a Grixis player ahead of us here. I think that this Decadent Dragon is going to be really good. I think the dragon's going to be solid, man. Definitely going to take that out. Not going to allow them to draw and discard here. That's just too much card advantage. If you guys didn't know, this card allows them to draw and discard every time they land an attack on us. All right, let's go ahead and play this out and choose dragon. I really wish that we had the option to Warcraft here, but I probably wouldn't have done it anyways because I'd like to get the excess card advantage next turn. This gets what? Counters every time? Put it whatever artifact. Okay, so that's fine. That's not as fine because that can get the treasures, which will trigger this. So that's the card we're going to want to kill next turn. Oh, it actually triggers when they attack with any pirate. Wow. That's pretty solid. Ooh, we get a Saheeli. That's an interesting card. All right, we get a Shipwreck Marsh as well, which plays with our deck a little bit. All right, there's a red source that we need to blow this up at least, which I think I will take the advantage of doing. This card's a little too good to be on the field. Got a decline. We already played a land. I think that's what made this deck a lot better too, is that we were just strictly dragons and doing a bunch of dragons, things, but we kind of did a little bit of a shift in game plan and added in a ton of removal to the deck because we switched over to trying to take advantage of which dragon was it? The dragon, the mana form. Mana form, spitting out extra copies of itself is so good, and we switched to a game plan where we're going to be running a lot of removal and benefiting off of those extra tokens. All right, this has what, ward 1? All right, really pumping up the power on this thing too. We'll pay the ward 1. Imagine it would have auto paid with my treasure. I'd be so upset. All right. Oh, and it can come in and attack right away. Sweet. Which I think I will not do. I need to protect myself. The one extra treasure here doesn't really help us too much. We can't play anything for 3 mana, so not really necessary. All right, and that'll force the opponent to use a plus on the Kaito here. Instead of getting 2 extra cards, they're only going to get the 1.
I can run circles around you. I've got the upper hand now. Huh. Even I learned something.
All right. Spyglass Sirens. All right, a couple of those coming down, doing some 1/1 counters. This is tough. Getting rid of Kaito is going to be a tricky one, man, because Kaito is it's able to force my creatures not to be able to block, which is really annoying. What if we go here? That's 3 mana left over, so we can only get 1 play out of this next turn. If we can only get 1 play, we might as well go with the Dracosaur, I feel like. But at the same time, maybe we don't go with the Dracosaur, because then the Kaito has 2 really solid targets to force non-blocking. So I think we should actually probably go with the Throne because of its ward. So seeing this has a ward, if it's going to be targeted by Kaito, at least they're going to have to pay, you know, the 2.
You can't fight what you can't see.
All right, well, that did give him an I guess I didn't think of that, though. The fact that if Dracosaur was out there, I would have had at least 1 flyer to block, which would have made their Sirens a little less impactful. Kaito is a really interesting game plan for the Pirates, and now that I'm seeing this, you know, the drone come down, it's actually a really smart game plan because of the artifact synergies. Pretty sweet. Can't lie, pretty sweet. Ooh, that's pretty good. But I do think I need to get out the Dracosaur here because, well, 2 mana left over. Well, this actually will make my Dracosaur cheaper, right? Okay, so let's actually do that first. Yeah, that'll work. Sure. And we don't attack here. There's no reason to attack into a death touching 2/2 creature here. The opponent, again, going to be able to make one of my creatures not able to block. I have Saheeli too, which is fantastic, especially because we're going to be spitting out treasures with the Decadent Dragon. And Saheeli will be able to draw some cards. But Dracosaur is actually going to trigger twice a turn, which is a really busted mechanic with the Roaming Throne, because we're going to get 4 cards off the top before we even get our draw step next turn. Kind of crazy. All right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to first strike block this because that's not going to die. We're going to... I kind of want to block this and kill it and just take the... Well, this is actually going to ping us for damage, right? Wait, hold on. So we're going to have to actually go like this. Best we can do. It's the best we can do, unfortunately. All right, will they bring back their Siren here? They do. Okay, so they're going to get another trigger with Kaito. We're going to need to see like a Path to Peril off the top or something here.
I can run circles around you.
Or not Path to Peril. What am I saying? Path to Peril. Virtue of Persistence. Why did I think that was called Path to Peril? We get a lot of cards to work with, though, so it is a possibility, man. A simple go for the throat, too, would be nice. What a tricky game, though. I actually really like this. This is a really fun and tricky game. Doubled up on the Dracosaur. Here we go. It is confirmed a hit. All right, a lot of options here, man. A lot. We got a lot of treasures to work with too. I mean, there's some things we can do here for sure. Man, this turn's gonna be take me a quick second. So I don't have a kill spell for this, so we're gonna have to make a block in the air. If I play a dragon, this turns into a dragon, which is really helpful. If I can flip Tark here, man, if I can flip Tark here, start pinging the opponent every single turn. That would be really, really nice. I figured as much. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's find out if we can get something off the top of our opponent's deck here. That's a good card. It's a really good card. All right, gotta go with this so we can play the Virtue of Persistence. So we go with this, which turns our Sarkhan into a 4/4. We go with this. Take this out and gain the 2 life. Okay. So that'll negate the damage we take from it. This has trample, so it's gonna get that damage through to kill Kaito. Which means my other 2 flyers are available to block next turn. If they take this block, even better. Nope, they don't. All right, I think that was a pretty fair turn as far as how badly I could have messed it up. And now we just gotta hope they don't have another Kaito and we can win this game. It's coming down to that. All right, sweet. No trample. We're feeling good about that. Looks like their last card in hand is actually a land, which makes this a dub, I think. Here we go. Dracosaur hits again. Huge. Absolutely huge. And we got our go for the throat. I mean, that'll almost certainly do it, right? Yep, that'll do it. And here's where we run absolutely away with the game. Yep, GG's. The opponent ran out of gas and we were just starting to pick up, man. Wow, that one was tough. That was a fun game. That was probably the most interesting game I've had so far. So a lot of fun, man. Man, that was like some Game of Thrones stuff right there. You had the pirates and the boats fighting the dragons from above. All right, opponent gets to go first. I don't know if I love this just because it's a 2-lander and the colors don't... I don't really want to use this for human because if I do, then yeah, I don't think we can keep this. Wow. I didn't think it could get worse, but I think it just did. All right, double mulligan it is. And gosh, man, we can't pay for a decent hand here, can we? I guess we're destined for a 2-lander, but at least this time around we've got the mana for the Sarkhan and have some playables, I guess, so. Wish me luck. Yeah, let's play this out now so we can get the Sarkhan on curve. Mana form will follow it up because it'll be 1 mana cheaper, but that's assuming the Sarkhan survives the turn. Man, talk about some bad luck for us, huh? Well, I don't know if I necessarily want this sticking around for very long, to be honest. If I'm being honest, I think this is too much of a problem for us because it doubles their counters, which is bad enough, but it also acts as a mana conduit to ramping, so gotta get rid of it. All right, another creature I feel like I have to get rid of. Again, just can't have the ramping. If they start ramping, they're gonna start getting ahead. That's what this deck is obviously working on. 3 lands in hand too, you know, not drawing their 4th land drop. This could be really good for us if we shut it down early. Feeling good, man, feeling good. What if we go with Sarkhan first and then mana form, or do we just go mana form? I mean, I don't know. Let's go Sarkhan first. I don't think there's really a difference. Either way, we're swinging through with 4 next turn. Okay. Good thing I went Sarkhan. Dracosaur. Okay, I mean, hopefully it sticks around. I mean, they did just show some exiling effects. Let's hope they don't have too many more of those. That's a wishful thinking situation, though, because they're almost certainly having ossification as well and whatnot. We're starting to see the true nature of their deck, which is the enchantments. Nice. We get to hit with Dracosaur, which is massive. Absolutely massive. What do we do here? Feel like I can't really pass this up, can I? Yeah, I don't think I can pass this up. I'm gonna have to play this out instead of the war crafting, which is a little bit tough. Yeah, I guess we'll just stick it on the field. Yeah, let's do it. I think this is fine. I can bounce it back to my hand still if they let me get this attack through. If they let this land on the Tarkir and flip it, they're in so much trouble. They're in so much trouble because once Tarkir is flipped over and we're pinging all of their things for 2 damage at a time, it's gonna get out of hand really fast for us. Nice. Yeah, we should be able to win this one. Let's go Cavern Souls. That's pretty good. No, leave that on the field. I misunderstood my own card there slightly. Let me go Dragon. I misunderstood slightly. I thought I could actually send back the Zergo back to my hand if I needed to there. Nice. Not necessary. I thought maybe it was going to get exiled. Woo-wee. This is tough. Tough game, but a fun game, man. I think we got it now. I think we got him on lock. Don't quite have what it takes to deal with the Catilda at the moment, but if we keep putting pressure on him here. Wow, we get another hit. Oh my gosh, and we got the throne. That's gonna be GG's almost certainly, right? That's almost certainly gonna be GG's. Let's go with an attack first. And we'll blow up. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triggers, right? So 2, 4, 6. 2. Oh man, they scooped it up. That would have been nuts. We were about to sweep their board exactly with enough damage. Dude, Thundermaw meets Throne is broken. That is broken. I'm telling you guys, if this, keeps going this way, dragons, dude. Dragons might be S tier. This hand though, man. Why? What's with the 2-landers? That's what I want to know. Why the 2-land hands? I have 2 cards I can play that are playable that are really tempting me here, but I've got to take another mulligan, unfortunately. So much better. Okay, I like this hand a lot, actually. I like this hand a lot. Let's go. I've never mulliganed more in my entire life than today, and we're actually playing better. Maybe there's a connection. I should probably start doing that a lot more, to be honest. Mulligans are so hard for me to do. It's one of the hardest things for me to learn how to get better at, because it is an art, man. It is an art form to be able to give up, give up a hand for 1 less card. It is the greed, man. The greed you feel is just like nothing else. The opponent only showing Bant colors so far, but I would imagine it's 5 colors. Yeah. Only missing red now. Let's see if this gets countered. Hopefully not. 5 colors doesn't typically run a ton of counters, so I'm not too worried, but you never know. Dissipates and make disappears do exist. I should respect them. Instead, I jammed the Decadent Dragon, hoping not to lose it. Well, there we go. First error of the day. Good news is Sarkhan just got top decked, which is insane with the Zergo. Let's hope they don't have another counterspell though. Actually, it doesn't matter if they have a counterspell. We've got the Cavern of Souls down. We're good. Not as good anymore. Need a land, need a land. I didn't need a land, but now I do. Unbelievable. Okay. Wow. That might actually just do it. Them blowing up Sarkhan there is absurdly good. Actually, I don't really want to show anything. Is 3 extra damage important? I mean, I guess they kind of already know. They saw the Sarkhan. They saw the Tarkir. Guess it doesn't really matter. That is dumb, though, man. We were like borderline one of the best games of our lives setting up here, and then got blown up by a simple make disappear and then a fateful absence. Not what I would have expected, that's for sure. All right, draw another land. That's helpful. And Xur does have hexproof, so we're good to make an attack here and hopefully get some card advantage going. Can't do nothing about that, my friend, unless of course you have Shieldred's Edict or something. That would be embarrassing. All right, let's start chewing at him. This is still savable, man. It's still savable. It's not likely, but it is savable. Roaming Throne off the top there. I mean, I can just keep doing that over and over again, but I'm imagining that they have some sort of life gain mechanics past the third path. You know, draw one, gain life according to how many cards you have in your hand. That's something this deck sometimes runs. Cycling a card there is really good for us. I think I just got to do it again. A little bit of rinse repeat here. We're only 3 turns away from winning with this game plan. They can't Sunfall it because it keeps coming back to my hand. Imagine we just beat him with Zurgo here. That would be wild. I may need this actually because the opponent might end up hitting the Atraxa here on this turn, and if it has that lifelink and flying, that's like their only sort of comeback. So I'm gonna go with that. I certainly hope I won't need it though, because if I do need it, I won't be able to play much else. I mean, I could go with another invasion, hit him for a big chunk of damage. I guess that's pretty good. Nice, no Atraxa. That's fine. That's fine. We take that. We take that.
Run free.
Almost dead. Almost dead. We're so close. Just need one more turn here. What an odd game plan we had to shift to here, but man, it's working. It is working, and I've got 2 dragons in hand, which means that my invasion hits for 4, and I can hit 2 of them, so that's 8 damage. All right, there's nothing they can bring back. This is game, right? Absolutely, it's game. Even if they would have hit the Atraxa, we were ready for it too, so I like it.
You do not write this story.
Man, they really have nothing to protect the air. The airspace is under attack by a hexproof, a hexproof beast. Yep, there it is. Wow, I never in a million years would have thought we would have won that game the way it started. I thought for sure that was a wrap for us and our win streak, but let's go Zurgo. That was fun. I mean, it was definitely unconventional, but it was fun. Oh, shoot. Mono blue. I need to find a cavern. I need a cavern bad. Mono blue is one of those 50-50 matchups for us. We've gone against it, I think, 3 times. We've won all 3, but all 3 times we had the Cavern of Souls down, which prevented them from countering any of our dragons, which completely wins us the game. I mean, that card alone just wins us the game. Yes, dude. Yes. Okay. All right, these cards are all counterable though. Let's not get too excited. Our whole hand is pretty much dead at the moment, but that was a massive, massive find. All right, hopefully that'll do it, man. Let's just hang on to all of our removal spells. These are all great, you know, as long if we can draw a couple of dragons here to boost up the invasion of Tarkir's power, so we can, you know, double up on removal against the Djinns, that'd be great. It's just kind of a waiting game at the moment. We need to wait for them to throw some of their threats down onto the field. There's one. All right, and let the counter games begin, man. Let's just throw this at it and see if we can find a dragon or something off the top. Actually, finding a dragon wouldn't be very helpful there, would it? Because I wouldn't be able to cast it. All right, they bring it back to their hand. No surprise there. Our hand's not looking so great, man. We do need to get some help here. We've drawn pretty poorly here. Probably not gonna land. Yikes. Okay, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, man. Shoot. How do I not get any dragons, but I get the cavern? I mean, just double Gix command and double Tarkir off the top. Not the draws you want to see there. Unfortunate. All right. Another Thirst is pretty wild too. I mean, they're just getting a ton of card advantage, not having any problems finding what they need. Dracosaur would be an absolute shutdown card. Like if we find Dracosaur and it comes down, you know, uncountered and it has the first strike 5 power, nothing gets through our defenses from that point. I mean, that's just bananas, right? This just wasn't our fault, man. It sucks to lose games like this where it's just like you didn't have a chance. You were never really in it from the jump because the opponent, you know, playing a pretty tough deck to beat, but then you just don't draw well. That'll do it. Dang it, man. Dang it. That was so winnable. I'm telling you guys, we've beaten Mono Blue so many times because of the cavern, but typically we have dragons, you know, to play onto the field and block the airspace pretty well. And yeah, there's nothing they can do about the cascading effects of those dragons. And then, unfortunately not able to showcase it though. All right, kicking off this game as well with another Caverner Souls. So if it's Mono Blue again, we've got a pretty good matchup. We got a dragon in hand, so hopefully we can get something going here. Sarkhan is really good on 3, man. Love the Sarkhan. Big fan of the Sarkhan, man. Being able to turn it into another dragon has been such a killer combination. All right, so far it's mono black, which is going to be a lot of removal, which is bad. Tis bad. Oh, they missed a land drop? Not smart. I was gonna play Sarkhan out, by the way, but obviously go for the throat and whatnot. I think we should rather go with the Decadent Dragon, and we probably will get some cards that are relevant to us, and we sure do. All right, let's go ahead and throw the dragon out there for removal bait. Wow, no go for the throat? Really? They kept a terrible hand, huh? 2-lander with no removal spells in a mono black deck? That seems kind of odd. All right, we'll take it. Man, that last one was a bit of a bummer, you know? I mean, we had a really good, you know, hand brewing and field was going well for us. And I mean, it just, the opponent scooping early. You hate to see it. Hate to see it. Wish they would have gotten a better hand. That would have been exciting to see how our game developed. Maybe another Selesnya deck? Selesnya enchantment deck, I mean? Maybe. Hopefully they're not roping us. Come on. There we go. Oh, a Prowler. So they're trying to fill up their graveyard here. Sacrifices, choose one. Okay, so it's just alternate art. It kind of threw me off. Let's go with this and choose dragon. Do we need to prioritize the war crafting on this next turn? That's almost an absolutely not, right? Like, not a big deal at all. I probably go with the Decadent Dragon. Turn 3 instant. Oh, that's a card we want to get rid of though. Okay. All right. Definitely can't have that lingering around, right? I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot for them right this second, and we did just draw a Sarkhan, which is kind of bananas. Yeah, I think I go Sarkhan here, if I'm being honest. It was either Nahiri Warcrafting here or Sarkhan, and I don't think I'm too scared of this because it can only animate a land, and next turn I can go ahead and kill it with the Warcrafting and potentially find a land drop off the top so I can maximize card advantage. See what happens here. The opponent, I'm sure, wants to really play the Elspeth here too. So I mean, if they do that, their animated land is just going to come in tapped and not able to attack. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Well, they're animating the land first.
I must fight back.
Now they're going. Okay. Bodyguard. Okay. We can get back the Sarkhan later. That's not too terrible. That's a really good card. Yeah, options, man. Options are really good. They've only got 4. I don't know. I don't know. What do we do here? I feel like Roaming Throne is not a terrible play here because Roaming Throne has the ward too, so it should stick around for at least a turn here, and then we can go Zergo and go over the top and draw 2 cards as opposed to, you know, the 1. I like it, man. I like it. We'll see. Hopefully the throne can stick around though. I mean, again, it's got ward too, so you would think it would by this time in the game, but they haven't missed a land drop, so you never know. Yep, it sure will. All right, and then they just go with the +1. Fair enough.
We fight together.
Nice.
Please.
All right, looks like we're gonna get the Zergo over the top. It only gets the draws though if I land an attack on the opponent or the battle. So that's something to consider here too, huh? I guess maybe I should have gone with Warcrafting there, huh? Not necessarily. I guess we could still go with the Zergo. It's not the end of the world. It is gonna lose its hexproof though, and all that jazz. All right, they lose the Ren. Huge. Big W. Let's just hope they don't take out my Zergo here. That'd be a bummer. I really would like to keep that around. If we could, maybe just... I mean, if they do take it out, please, by all means, hit it with a bodyguard. I'll get it right back. That's fine. Yeah, I think we got this one. Proliferate, really? Oh, what?
I offer you another.
That is crazy.
We must act.
Okay, I just got. I mean, that was a thing of beauty. I can't even lie to you guys. That is a thing of beauty. I couldn't have ever expected the opponent to hit something like that. That is crazy. Yikes. Okay, I am at a loss right now of what I should be doing here. I can start picking things off here. It just doesn't feel like the greatest. I don't know. Yeah, I think we got to kill the Ren though. Obviously, Ren is pretty annoying and can't have that doing its thing. These can sacrifice themselves to blow up my Roaming Throne too, which is annoying. Which looks like they're going to take advantage of fully. Sheesh, man. What a cool deck, though. Not gonna lie, that is really cool. Now, had I prioritized a little bit differently last turn and knew what was coming, I could have obviously fully prevented this game plan from happening here. I just did not know what their tactics were and could not have expected that. So, a little bit of a bummer there. All right. Yep. All right, able to get down the Dracosaur, but it's still not going to be... Or not the Dracosaur, I'm sorry, the Decadent Dragon. Still not going to be enough, though, as far as blocks go. Sure, take action, doesn't really matter. So if we block here and here, we still take 4. I mean, good game to the opponent, man. That was wild. I really respect that sort of win con there. That was really interesting and pretty exciting. That is really cool, man. Holy. Gotta hit him with a good game there, man. That is respectable. We might have to try that down the road at some point. It was one of those things though, like I said, absolutely on my end, fully preventable. But unfortunately we didn't know. I thought the Ren was the real threat there. I mean, it still kind of was the real threat there if it would have been able to proliferate and get to its ultimate, but it was much further from its ultimate. It only had 4 loyalty as opposed to the Elspeth having more. So 2 games there, I think completely winnable that we lost today, but the deck feels good. The Dragons, I'm telling you guys, Dragons feels really good. GG. That's gonna do it for me today, guys. We'll be back again here tomorrow with another deck list, but I hope you enjoyed the Dragons, man. This deck is absolutely gonna be my new grind deck for the time being because aside from this video, we've had a lot of really great games with this deck, and it's been competing against other really strong meta decks and holding its own. So I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one as well. And yeah, I don't have a ton to say about this one other than I'm really liking the Dragons and the way it feels. But that does it for me. Huge thank you for everyone who made it this far into the video, and a huge special thank you and shout out to the Marty Mob. Anybody who's part of the Marty Mob, thank you so much for supporting me every single month. I appreciate you so very much. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hopefully we'll see you guys tonight on a live stream. If not, we'll be back here again tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Till next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.